Okay, my name is Christina Sendejas. I'm in 8th grade, about to graduate into high school. I go to Lennox Middle School and I'm considered Mexican American.
Okay, about what percentage of students would you say are of your same race at that school?
I would say 90%.
Thank you. Okay, so first tell me how you define your culture of Mexican descent.
Well, from the majority of it, it would mainly be farmers and I don't know, that's all.
So, in this book, Creating America, based on your reading, what contributions have people of your culture made to create this nation?
At some point, Mexico would either give land, give up land to America, or they would sell it to them. And that's pretty much like here and there you'll hear how they contribute, but it's really not that big unless they're selling or giving them land.
So, in school, were you ever inspired, or was there ever a role model that was created of Mexican descent that was lectured in class?
In the book, no, but I have learned, well, not precisely learned in school about Cesar Chavez documentaries.
So, why wasn't it taught in school?
Well, I don't know, it's just not in the unit, I guess.
So, you learned this on your own?
Netflix documentaries.
So, have you heard of ethnic studies?
Nope.
Do you know what the word ethnicity means? Or the difference between race and ethnicity? Okay, how would you like, you're in 8th grade going to high school, how would you like to take classes in high school that are based on the perspective of minorities as far as the history, culture, society, politics, and stuff that you can actually relate to because it's in the perspective of your own culture?
I would.
Would you take the class if it was an option?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Monica Edwards. I go to California State University, Dominguez Hills, majoring in communications, and at this moment I am doing my senior thesis on representation of racial identity within documentaries.
Okay, so you said your campus is a majority of minorities. How are the minorities represented in your academics?
Though we do have multiple departments for different cultures, such as Africana Studies and Chicano Studies and Asian Pacific, I don't think that there are a lot of actual courses in those departments, which makes it where a majority of us do not major in those departments. Most of the time it's because we are unknowledgeable about the job opportunities that we can get with that degree, and a lot of times it's because there aren't enough courses in the first place for us to fill in that 120 units.
What is your opinion as far as implementing ethnic studies in high school curriculum?
Um, I definitely think that high school curriculum in general has a lot of work to do. I think that they don't give enough knowledge to the people that are going into maybe a job or going into higher education at all. But when it comes to our actual culture, I feel like that is something that isn't taught through K through 12 at all. For my culture, for instance, being African American, we get 1 month, for them to actually kind of go into detail about a little bit of our history, but it's not really impactful. We learn about the 3 most important or influential people, which would be Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Other than that, we really don't get into any detail or know about our culture, or at least know about the history, or even going back to the history of the things that African Americans did for the USA.
Last question. So studies show that students who take ethnic studies are able to self-identify themselves in society and are empowered through their academics and are willing to learn more and achieve higher education. Would implementing ethnic studies in high school curriculum result in greater numbers of minorities attending college?
I think that kind of depends on the area of study that we're going to learn. So if it was more of us, instead of just learning about slavery and knowing that slavery is crucial for African Americans, or knowing, the things that were done to Native Americans, if we went into more depths about the great things that our culture has done for the U.S., that would impact us more to maybe want to strive higher, or be more, or could eventually give us better role models for us to want to obtain higher education, because we have something to look up to, or someone to look up to that is someone that's like us, that's part of our culture, or that is the same skin tone as us, or just being a minority and learning about, I'm an African American, but learning about somebody that's Chicano or somebody that's Asian Pacific, that they were able to be influential and were able to be a role model for minorities in general. I think that uplifting can kind of help us all unite and uplift together.